The art standards for the state are being revamped based on those thinking skills. There's just so much out there, so we got to get current. And I keep just everyday objects in these trays. I've collected quite a few, and I change them occasionally. I keep them stored in these little baskets, and I will place the baskets, which are labeled for tables, and it takes me about 3 minutes, either before a class or in between classes, to get these passed out. And I just randomly set out these objects at their tables. And I rotate them every couple weeks or so to be sure that they're always drawing something new. Little glass jars, hose attachments. Paint containers, toys. And then they're drawing books. And they're color-coded by tables, so the turquoise go to the turquoise table. Orange to the orange. Pink, red, and yellow. And it's ready for them to come in. They'll take their sketchbooks from the center, they'll position their objects, they'll open their books and put the date on the first open page, and they'll be ready to draw. Well, this drawing program came to me as an idea way back as an art education student, when I first read the book Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain by Betty Edwards. It was first published in 1979, and I was reading it in probably 1988. And the whole idea is that people can learn to see better and see more. And that based on research that was going on at the time on the brain, that exercising that right side of the brain accessed more heightened visual and perceptual thinking skills. I easily saw that benefit to elementary art students. I've taught drawing with elementary age students for years, but when I attended a conference this past year, art education conference, I had the pleasure of seeing some Kalamazoo public school teachers demonstrate a drawing program that they do, where kids draw every day. Every day they come to art, 5 or 10 minutes, they are working in their drawing books, and they're getting that exercising that right side of the brain every time they come to art. Got some ideas for the organization of it, implementation, and came back and gave it a try. I do it with my 2nd and 3rd graders. They have their own drawing books, and when they come into the art room, they get the object that they'll be drawing, and they begin. And how does this relate to their whole education? It's my hope that it develops their creative thinking skills and also filters into other areas of the curriculum. We're always asking our kids to be creative thinkers. And in doing that, that process is getting them to collect and gather information, which they do when they're drawing. Then they play around with it. They're manipulating those lines and those shapes in different ways as they try and draw realistically the object in front of them. They're creating something tangible. And then I think one of the greatest things is that they're continually reflecting on their work, something that we ask them to do in every single subject. Writing especially, I can see the benefits. We want them as writers to be observers of life. We want to look carefully at the world around them to get ideas. Writing starts with ideas, so they have to be able to be keen at awareness of the world around them. We want them to practice organizing the information, and in drawing they're doing it visually. And then we want them to express their own voice and their individuality. And you can look at the drawings that they do, and you can see how individual their own drawings are. They're drawing the same objects, but their drawings turn out so differently. They're able to express themselves. I think that might be it. So I've been doing this for about 2 months. We started shortly after Christmas, and the kids love it. It's a great way to get them focused when they come in. They can see their growth. They can look at the drawing they did at the beginning and look at the most current, and you can see the dramatic difference just having had that practice. And I hope to continue it, and I hope that they're picking up skills that they'll carry with them into their later years of schooling. Oh, Get up in the center. Takes about 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Looking for people who could be the helpers. Raise your hand if you haven't helped yet. Okay. Curly, could you please collect sketchbooks? Claire and Olivia, could you please collect the black trays? Thank you very much. This takes about 10 seconds. 10, 9, it's all right, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, sir. Okay, excellent job. Well, are your right brains warmed up? Yeah. Good. I think everything has to be connected. We know that about the brain now. You know, we know that for optimal learning that those connections have to be made. So if they can do drawing in here that leads to more attention to detail in their writing or their observations in science, that's great. That's what we should be doing. So we'll see.